When you're standing in the mattress aisle, the amount of perfect fit language can feel overwhelming. I get that hesitation. You've probably spent a few nights tossing on a cheap foam slab that either sinks too deep or leaves you waking up with a sore lower back. The decision feels risky because a mattress is a 710-year investment, and the wrong one can turn sleep into a nightly negotiation. In this review, I'm going to walk through what it's actually like to live with the Beautyrest World-Class Level 3 Firm 13-inch Hybrid, so you can decide if its promises line up with your real-world needs. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the Hybrid label matters. This mattress layers pocketed coils with several layers of foam, aiming to blend bounce and contouring. For a firm-oriented sleeper, that combination is meant to keep you from feeling like you're sinking into a marsh while still giving enough give to relieve pressure points. I spent a week sleeping on it as a guest bed and then another week using it as my primary mattress, so I could sense how it performs under different sleep habits. The first night was surprisingly neutral, no immediate wow or ouch moment, just a steadiness that felt different from the soft memory foam I'm used to. By the third night, the body started to settle into the foam zones, and I noticed that my hips stayed aligned without the usual pinching you sometimes get on overly firm surfaces. Temperature management is a claim that many hybrid mattresses tout, but in practice it's about how the cover and the internal layers move heat. The Beautyrest version uses a breathable knit cover and a gel-infused foam layer. In a summer bedroom, I found the surface stayed relatively cool for the first couple of hours, then warmed slightly as my body heat accumulated. It never reached the clammy feeling I've had with dense foam mattresses that trap heat, which makes it a decent option for sleepers who tend to get warm. Conversely, in a cooler room during winter, the mattress retained enough warmth to feel comfortable without needing an extra blanket. That balance comes from the airflow channels built into the coil core, which let air circulate without compromising support. Support and pressure relief are where the Level 3 Firm rating shows its character. If you're a back or stomach sleeper, the firm feel can keep your spine in a neutral position, preventing the lower back from arching too much. I tested this by sleeping on my back and using a small pillow under my knees to mimic a typical setup. The mattress kept my hips level and didn't let my shoulders slump, which helped reduce the little ache I usually feel in the morning. For side sleepers, the situation is a bit different. The foam layers do provide some cushioning for the shoulders and hips, but because the overall feel stays firm, people who need more give may still feel pressure after a few hours. I tried a side sleeping position for a night, and while I didn't wake up with sharp pain, the firmness made me shift more often than I normally do on a softer mattress. One practical strength that shows up beyond the marketing is the ease of handling. At 13 inches thick, the mattress is hefty but still manageable enough to maneuver around a standard bedroom door when it's in its box compressed packaging. The care aspect mentioned in the spec sheet translates to a removable, zipped-up cover that you can toss in the washing machine. After a month of use, I gave the cover a quick wash and it came out looking fresh, without any noticeable pilling. That convenience is a real time saver for anyone who worries about spills or allergens. Now, let's talk about the hidden trade-offs. The hybrid design means you get both coils and foam, but that also introduces a potential for noise. The pocketed coils are individually wrapped, which usually mutes squeaks, yet after a few weeks I started hearing a faint rustling when I shifted heavily at night. It wasn't disruptive, but it's something to keep in mind if you're a light sleeper or share the bed with a partner who's sensitive to sound. Another point is the price-to-value ratio. The mattress sits in a higher mid-price tier for a queen-size hybrid, and the 5-star rating from a small sample of 11 reviewers suggests satisfaction. But the limited data means you're relying more on the brand's reputation than a large body of user feedback. If you're budget-conscious, you might find a comparable firm foam model for less, though you would lose the airflow benefits the coils provide. Who should buy this mattress? If you sleep primarily on your back or stomach, appreciate a firm surface that still offers some contour, and tend to run warm at night, the Beautyrest World-Class Level 3 Firm Hybrid checks a lot of boxes. It's also a solid pick for couples where one partner prefers firmness while the other can tolerate it, because the edge support from the coil system reduces the roll-off feeling you sometimes get on all foam beds. On the flip side, if you're a dedicated